All right, welcome in, Music City Trader. We are doing day number 6 of the Binary Options Challenge, the climb up. It's day number 6, and you would see for my day number 5 cap that overview that we were in the money at day number 5. So we're starting day number 6 with $1,139. We're going for some trades, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to take it slow, and I'm going to show you an overview of all the trades that I made in day number 6 right here in this episode. Hey, we meet up here every day and I show you real-life binary options trading, but my YouTube channel statistics show that only about 50% of you watching right now are subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying these sessions, please take a moment, hit the subscribe button. If you do that, I promise I'll work hard to make this channel bigger and better with every single episode. That's my promise to you. Do we have a deal? Hey, before we start trading today, I need to let you know one more thing. Did you know that you can get an exclusive live Zoom link to my daily sessions so you can take trades with me, and you can even hook up to my social trades and automatically take every trade I make even when you're not at your computer. If you're ready to make profit, stay on track, and become a successful full-time trader, join me and my friends in the Music City Trader tribe. Go to musiccitytrader.com. All right, we are in, folks, and we are going to be trading today. It is going to be a great session. Day 6 was the craziest session I think I've had, and I'm going to be just going through each one of these trades and trying to follow along in my method, because I write down every single trade in my journal as I'm going. And so you are in this section. I'm going to be deleting all empty space. So this is kind of an exciting, that is a double up. So I was full in on day 6, doubling up and working on trades and trying to do this. This was not a great session. This was, you can call this an exciting session, but I wouldn't call this a great session. I have 2 double ups right here. The first one is going to, I guess it wasn't a double up, I just took another trade. But as I'm moving into 7, 8, and 9, day 10, day 7, 8, 9, I'm going to stop doing this double up. This would be a good session to watch in full if you're wondering about doubling up and compounding. Compounding is okay. Doubling up trades is not okay, especially when you're doubling up compounds. So this first one I lost, the first one it looks like I lost, and the second one I won. And that's good, because then I'm just basically on a tie. So this first section is just going to be a tie. And so I may tell you a few of the wins and losses as I'm going so you can see them. I'm going to let them play out, though. This trade is actually going to go down, and it's going to win, and it's going to be a good win. It's just going to break down. I'm looking at it frantically, as you can tell, back and forth, thinking, okay, what is going to happen? I did think this was a turnaround, and that's why I kind of went in and then doubled it up. But I will tell you, in this session, I did get a little crazy on the double ups and the compounds. And what happens when I do that is you can just get the math off. You can be winning, but your math is off. So if you're doubling up a lot, trying to save trades, and then you're compounding your double ups, that's extremely dangerous. And you'll see as we go through in this session how dangerous it does get for me. Now, I put my starting balance. Oh, there is a win. So we have a loss and a win right up front. That is a loss and a win. So we're going to get right back into another trade here. I'm thinking this is going down. For whatever reason, I'm watching this and I'm going to be thinking about, why do I think it's going down? This does really look like it's going sideways, really, as I look at it, but I'm trading fast, okay? So what I think it's doing is it's going down. It's probably going to touch up there and then head down there. And so later in my sessions, I start turning my thought process into the little pink lines so you can kind of see. It's not like I'm not marking a trend. I'm actually showing what I think is going to happen is that it hit that and it's going to go return back down to that bottom line. So my thought process is this is going down. That's what I put the pink line. I think it's going to go down and touch that bottom line. So this is a $15 trade, and it's bouncing. Look at that. It's in the money the whole time. and then it just shoots up out of the money, and I believe it loses, and it just shoots way up. So now I hit another 15 on this one. I think, okay, I'm still thinking this is going down. I'm still thinking it's going down into that area. That's what I still think it's going to do. And so I'm showing my intention here with this pink line. I think it's hit that top line, and it's actually going to go all the way down to the bottom again, at least sort of consolidate. Or this would be like a flip-flop. I used to do a flip-flop where I would take trades every other candle when the indicators were warring against each other. And, you could do that and win quite a bit, and I did. And look at this. It finally decides it is going to break above. It's not doing what I think it's going to do now at all. But I'm going to be stubborn, and I'm going to double this up. And I don't know why I do this. It's only 15 seconds left. I should have just waited for it to go down. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's going down 7. Oh, I thought, so that would have almost been a win. So these right here burned me. There it is. Now I'm down 3 trades. I was only on a tie. The first section was a tie. Now I'm down 3 positions. We're back in. That's how this podcast is going to go. I'm just going to keep cutting out all of the middle ground, and I'm going to cut right into every single trade. I think this is going to go up from here because it kind of hit a bottom, and then it's turning around and it's heading back up. So that's what I think is going to happen. And, it's probably going to do that, and I know it's going to do that. I'm looking at my my win thing here, and I think it's going to do that. So watch it go up. It's kind of fighting. Had a little bit of a pullback, but it's narrow. Yes, it's narrow, and it's gonna win. Look at that. It looks like it's gonna go out of the money. I'm probably sweating that when I'm trading. I'm thinking, oh no, not another one. But it's gonna jump right up, and the charts are a little jumpy. 3, 2, yep, there it goes in the money. There it goes. That was a put, so that was good. Now I'm in another put. I don't know why this one's a put. This one looks a little weird because it's kind of turned around and going up. I'm looking at different time frames in this session, and I get a little bit crazy. So I see that this one is going in a turnaround. I thought it was just a pullback. Obviously, I thought it was just a pullback and then it would continue down, but it was way outside of the Keltner. So I'm not sure why I was even trading at this. I thought it was going down because I had 3 good size candles, and in the 5 and 10 minute segments, it is going straight down. So I'm thinking it's just a little pullback here that it's going to turn around and then it's going to head back down and go back down. Now it may not do that. It may not, and actually it isn't going to do that because I'm going to end up doubling this trade up because it's going to shoot way up here in a minute, and then I'm going to use my double up function to try to save that. I'm going to try to save that trade, and it's not going to win actually. So I'll save it here in a minute. It's heading up, and I've drawn some lines now so I can see that it's sort of at a top. And I'm like, okay, I think it's going to head back down from here. I'm waiting on the double up button. I've got my finger on it, and I'm thinking, okay, I've got 30 seconds left. So if it shoots up a little bit, I'll have a chance to hit the double up. And I'm kind of probably getting slightly impatient, but I'm waiting. And I'm glad that I did wait because it is going to reach up and touch again, kind of jump up. And it gives me my thought process right here. There it is. And I took that put. So I'm in on one. And what's going to happen is, luckily, that is going to turn around and win. So it's that line is very strong. Okay, so it does decide to release itself down off that line. So I saved that bottom trade. Now, you can watch this and know exactly what I'm doing. I'm saving trades, and now I'm back in on this same chart. I'm thinking it is going to probably go back down. So I took another 1 minute, and I'm thinking, but also look at this. This is just slow moving charts, not where I'm really getting my good wins. I think it's going to go back down and test that bottom line again. That's what I think is going to happen. Looking at it in 30 seconds, it probably will. But it could also just be slowly climbing up. It could be doing this real, sort of up climb, and I could lose. So, but my mind is thinking it's going down. My mind is thinking it's going down. It's going down. And look at that. That is a win. That looks like it's going to be a win, unless it just jumps straight up. and it's got 7 seconds, 5 seconds. So I'm going to mark that down. There was another win there. I guess I didn't mark that in there. Now I'm back into another trade. I'm playing at the bottom. This looks kind of funny to me because it does look like it really is a turnaround. I'm thinking it's a pullback, but it isn't. It's a turnaround off the bottom. Okay, so like this is, I misread this one and lose a couple trades right here because I misread it. And then it gets a little crazy. My numbers start getting here. Look at that. So that's definitely a pull up. Definitely busted off the bottom. Now I could have just let this be, but I've been in the mode of saving trades. And I'm going to try to save this trade again too. I'm going to look for some levels. I'm thinking it maybe hit up there and then bounce back. It's starting to bounce. So, I'm probably thinking I have 30 seconds left. It's starting to bounce. I should have taken that put if I was going to way up there. Now it's dangerous because it's at sort of a top level. I'm going to double it up though. I know I am because it says it here in my notes. And I'm going to wait. I probably should have doubled it up way up top. So it's getting up pressure, and that wick was dangerous. So this was a very dangerous double up, and I should have doubled it up right here, right there. I should have doubled it up right there instead of down there. So we get 2 losses. And what I do is I push into this. So I think it is going down. That was a nice big push at a level. I take a 1.5 minute. I elongated the trade because I'm thinking that the trade is going to win if it's longer because it's a long, just because it's going to happen. It's going to be a longer climb down to that green line. But again, I'm pushing right now. This is where it gets a little hairy. This session from here starts to get hairy because I start basically doubling up. You'll see when it happens, I'll double up a compound. I'll go for a compound because we started at 1139. We're down at 1074. So we're down. We're down 25. We're down $65 right now. So I'm going to start getting a little bit more dangerous. This is what I'd like to try to avoid and like to stop doing altogether. And what I do kind of get under wraps on day, as I kind of move forward, day 7, day 8, day 9, start getting a little less double up. This session, I think, scared me because of all the double up I did and lost, and realized that had I just not done that, my math would have been a little more safe. So in this session here, I'm looking at this, I went for a long trade. Now I'm thinking it is going to go down. A low position on that 28. So this is a compound. This is my first real compound of this section. So I'm finally okay, I'm going to compound this, try to win. But I'm inside my head. I'm not in the charts. I'm in a sideways moving chart that's pushing up. Now watch this. I'm going to double this up because it hit the white line, and it's always a decent idea. And now I finally look at the 30-second. I wasn't even looking at the 30-second before. Now I'm down at 1047. I'm almost down $100. I'm down $90 at this point. So we'll see how this wins and loses. And then we'll kind of try to climb our way out of this, because we do end this section in profit, but it's not like it's a walk in the park at all. We will end in profit. I will tell you that. Actually, we'll end in quite a bit of profit, but we put our account at quite a bit of risk. That was $100, so that was a win. Now we're at 1072, so we're still down again $60. I'm looking at this bottom line now, and I'm thinking maybe this is going to break down on this bottom line, and I've taken a put already on $28, and from my notes, it looked like it will push down. I thought it was going to push down there. I thought it was going to push down and hit there. It didn't, and I think it's going to do it now, because it tried to go down from there. I was thinking that first time it would have done that, and it didn't. Hopefully this time it does, and if it does, it's sort of like it's what I thought it was going to do, but it was just delayed. Okay, it was a delay. And that's why I like to stick on the same chart if I can, if I'm getting the feel for it. If I'm finding levels and I'm seeing how they're reacting to them. This has got 12 seconds, and it's kind of scaring me because it's like, ooh, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. But you notice in the back there, I doubled up a compound. And that's what got me in trouble. Started doing that. So that was a $28 win. I'm back in on a 15. I'm still holding my cool. I'm still keeping my cool. Returning to my original first trade amount is very important. I got in that $28 range, which I shouldn't have done. I turned that line black because this black line means it's a strong line. It's a support line. And I see I'm still thinking it's going down. It's just a little pullback. And this is going to pay off. This is going to pay off. This is going to be a little bit better of a trade. I am only doing this because I do think it's going to break that black line. But it could go either way. This is very dangerous trading. For me, this is a little more dangerous. This is middle ground trading, in between sort of making assumptions trading. It's not, there's not like a lot of confirmation other than in my mind I'm thinking that it's ready to break, but it could go either way. Luckily, in the next minute, you'll see that these two trades actually will win, and this will push down, and that'll be a good double win. And it just continues like this session, just keeps going like this. This is we'll see if this actually breaks down. We have almost a minute left. This is where I start to think, okay, it could win or lose. It's at the bottom. Is it going to make its move through the black line, or is it going to reject again? And I know a lot of traders in Forex and a lot of the stuff I see, they wait for like a bounce and a confirmation and all that stuff. And I think that's good. I feel safe doing that. Like if it breaks this black line, and it really does. The only problem is in binary options, you have time frame. So I know it's going to go below that line. I really do feel like I know that part of it, but I don't know when. And I don't know how many little pullbacks are going to occur. This is good because it's stuck on that black line, and there's 4 seconds left, 3, 2, and that's double win. So two $15 wins, really good. Puts us at 11.53. So now we're in the profit. Now, if I was thinking straight, I probably would have stopped there, but instead I take a $28 trade. Now, I'm not sure why I was thinking about that, but I think I was in the profit by about $20, but the longer I trade, the more frustrated I get if I'm not making big gains. That is one of the emotional things I'm trying to stop doing, is stop trying to make those big gains or get emotional. Because as soon as I get emotional, I do stuff like this. I was in the money by like 34, by about 20 some dollars. And now I take a $28 trade. This $28 trade is iffy. It's on the line. It's close to line, real close, halfway through. Now, if it wins, great. But if there's any pullback in this candle and it loses, then I'm back down and I'm negative. And look how small those candles are getting. I mean, it could go either way right here. I've been being more careful. In following days, I will be very much more careful on these lines, kind of waiting to see what happens. Now, there's a rejection of that line. That's a bump rejection. It's not like a moving downtrend that just had a little pullback. No, that is a line, and that is a clear rejection. Now, could it fly back down there and hit it again? Yes, it could. This candle is really thinking like it's going to rocket off. So what do? I think I put this. And I think to myself, okay, I'll put this in. Boom. And luckily I didn't do a double up. I just did another trade. So it wasn't a double up. So I just lost that bottom 128. I should take a clue here. And this is the problem, because I'm going to do something stupid right here. I'm going to see this at the white line, think this is actually going to touch the white line. We're in 30 seconds. I have 30 seconds left. I'm going to double that up right there. Now, that is kind of stupid because it rejected off the bottom so hard and started heading up. In the 1 minute, it looks like it's going to the white line. It's at a line, so it's just I'm on that line, but now it's persistent, and I'm gonna get two $28 losses. Those are big losses, and they're losses by a lot. That's the 10 second. I'm just thinking, oh, maybe it could win. And look how close it did. It almost won. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a 15. I think what I did was I got sort of like, hey, I'm getting close. I don't want to lose a lot. Let's just cool our jets. I'm still down about $80. A very struggle session. I was in the profit for just a flash second. And I should have probably stopped because it took me quite a while to get in the profit. That's one thing else I'm learning. It's one other thing I'm learning. If I get in the profit over a long period of time, like if it takes me forever and I'm up by 0.5% or 1%, I probably should just stop and just let it be, because I've done so much trading at that point. I'm exhausted, and I exhaust myself, and then I make bad decisions. So maybe this turns around and I win. And you'll see as I go through this session how extremely dangerous it becomes. The session is just chill right now. It's like struggling but chilling. I'm going to try. If this wins, I'm trying to find a flow. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I could do a double up. So I lowered my time frame to 30 seconds, thinking it's moving pretty fast, and I think it's going to head down. I'm safe on the top. I think the top is definitely going to win. But the bottom one in this scenario is iffy. I mean, look, it looks like it's going to be a great win, doesn't it? And that's the other thing about the charts on this day. Those kind of look like they're going to be wins. And then it just starts going back up. It looks like it's going to go back down. It doesn't quite go back down to the black line. And it just kind of goes back up. And I'm really at risk of losing even this trade. So I take a loss on the $28 trade. And then I very narrowly and luckily win the 15. Now, I'm frustrated. So I'm going to start now making bigger trades and try to get at 1040. I'm going to try now to get some compounded wins. And compounded wins are important at this point because I'm down about $100. So I'm going to need some compounded wins to get profit in this session. It will be very hard to just kind of make a few good trades. So now I'm going to start getting slightly desperate. And you can see as my trading is going to increase in my double ups, our 10-second double up. It wasn't quite there yet. See, if I had waited, it might have been there. So I win. So on that one, I won the top one. I lost the other two. And now I'm going to go for a $28 trade. Looking at this, I'm still feeling the vibe of this chart. And I start reading it right. And I'll make a couple big wins here, which will be, better. This is just how it goes. In binary options, sometimes it feels like a guessing game. You can think that it's going to do one thing, it does the other. And if you're watching, if you're still sticking in with this, you're like, this guy's crazy. He's just making all kinds of random guesses. And you might be a little bit right in terms like, there might be some random guesses in here. They might, but they're guesses on direction and pressure. Now I'm trying to work with support and resistance, but when you start looking at pressure and you start looking at momentum and pressure, you might get the idea. There's a $53 trade placed just here, and I think it's going to go all the way down. It's gutsy because it's at the low end, and I just don't understand. You see, I'm starting to look at pressure and lose focus on levels because you can see I'm in the middle here. And if this doesn't make a beeline for the bottom over a long period of time, I'm going to lose a $53 trade. So let's just watch this play out. This is actually interesting. It's got a top level. It's got a bottom level. The bottom level has been tested 2.5 times. I call it 2.5 because it hit it twice and then it almost hit it a third time. And then it went down almost a fourth time. And then now it's breaking down. So this is really a strong indicator that it's going to go down and it's going to just nail it. Okay, but I have slipped into something in my trading right now where I've done bigger and bigger trades. Now there's a $50 trade on the bottom line. Very, very gutsy. $50 trade on the bottom line. Very gutsy. It's a longer trade, so I'm trading on that idea that that's going to break that line. That is a complete... This is where some people talk about binary options, and they talk about it being a gamble. Now I'm at 960. So if these were to lose, then you'd be looking at quite a big loss in the account. But if they're to win, then it looks like it would be a really big win. So now psychologically, I'm going for kind of the gamble trade. Like, if this wins, I'm going to have a huge win. It's going to be great. But if it loses, my account's still a decent size. But a $50 trade is kind of dangerous on a $1,000 account in terms of this, because you can kind of fiddle fart your way down to nothing from $50 trades from this. You only have 20 chances. That's only divided by 20. Your whole account divided by 20 would be $50. It's really dangerous. So, but that's what I'm going for right now. The $53 trade, it has 40 seconds left and looks like it could win. And it is a compound. So the $53 trade is a legitimate compound off of 28. Now, I started out with $15 trades. I started somehow getting up into $28 trades because those were compounds. And then I made a 28.53. So that's like just really not necessarily the smartest way to go. Now I'm holding my hand over a $50 double up, and I double up that 50 because it's up there. And luckily it's starting to pull back. And right here, there's a lot of $50 trades open there. That $53 is going to win on the top. So that is a win. That's a compounded win. Now, I'm happy because I saved the $50 trade. One of them lost and one of them won at the top. All right, we're in on another $50 trade. We're pushing the bottom of this now. Pushing again, thinking this is going down. It's been trying to, and it's not going to turn around. That's what I'm thinking here. It's not going to turn around. And that's why I'm doing this. And there, I finally get my big push down. I finally get it big. All right, now I'm starting to feel a little bit happier. I'm at 10.59, still down $80 from where I started. Very, very tough session. A lot of trades, putting my account at risk. And really, day 6, this is not the way I should be trading. I'm way under my stop loss. If you're following the 100-day challenge, this session is going to end okay. But it doesn't always end okay. This is how you blow your account. This is how you drop down and just, get emotional. Now, I wonder what I'm going to do here. I'm going to let this is a 1-minute trade. It's really going down. It's broken down some big levels, and it's going to go down, down, down. It's going to keep going down. It looks like there's going to be an RSI break, and I'm going to think about that RSI break in the 1 minute, and I'm going to take some more puts right here. And I think I'm going to win too on this RSI. See, that 1 minute RSI is getting ready to break. I went ahead and jumped it because it's breaking right now. And when it breaks, I typically can get a 1 or 2 minute win on a push down. When you get a 1 minute, and it's already broken in 30 seconds. So that's actually a pretty good way to do it. If you can confirm a 1 minute RSI break, you have the RSI is broken down below the 30. So, and it means it's going to go down. So now I'm circling that with my mouse to show you in that session. I'm looking at that RSI break, and that's why I'm taking that 15. And that's why I'm already taking the 28. So the $50 trade is going to win right now. And that's going to put me up to 1,112. I'm getting a little bit more in the profit, and you'll notice that I'm going to get even more in the profit right here. The only problem is I think I just get a little bit, start spinning my wheels and doubling up a bunch of trades. You'll see as I go along. It's kind of interesting how this happens, because now I'm thinking another 15 because I want to keep going with this, but it's really burned. I mean, the RSI is already well under. It's already kind of starting to come back up. I should have just let this be, but I'm trying to get into profit. When you're trying to get into profit, you might do stuff like this. You're not thinking straight. Like, I just take my time a little bit, and it would be better if I would just take my time and let it be. If I could take my time and let it be, then it would be a lot better. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit there on that 15, waiting for that to happen. But you can see the candles flattening out now. They're kind of at the bottom. They're flattening out. They're going up and down. There's wicks on the tops and bottoms. That means it's kind of stuck. And I should take a hint from that is what I should do. And this 15 is going to win. All right. Now I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah. Now I wasn't thinking enough because I'm going to keep going with this. I think I'm going to keep going with it. Let's see what I do. A 3 minute. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's going to go up. I better take a call here. Yeah. So I take my $28 call because it's really low. It's been, kind of messing around, but that trade I think is just too long. So watch what happens as this kind of goes along. Now remember, I won the 15, and that's why I took the 28. Okay, and that is why I took the 28. So as this is playing out, I think just looking at this right now, great position, phenomenally good position. It went down. It's way outside the Keltner. It in terms of what levels are there, I'm looking at the 30-second. I mean, it's created its own level there. Looking at the 10-minute, there is a level back there. There is. It's right down there. It's been there before. It's bounced off there really good before. This is a killer trade right here. But I'm going to get in trouble because I think this trade actually loses. I'm looking at my notes. Had I gotten a little bit lower, it would have been better. But still, I took a long trade, and now I'm thinking about doubling this up. Now, I've got 2 minutes left. I should give it some time. I didn't mean to hit rollover. I don't even know what rollover means. I should not hit rollover. But so I doubled that up. It broke down and I doubled it up. But it's gonna run away. It's gonna run away because now it broke down. It messed around at that bottom line, and now it's running away. And my profit is going goodbye. 11.51 though. If you notice, when I started, I was at 11.39. I've done all of this trading, and now I'm at 11.51, which is actually pretty good. It's $20-ish, $22, and I don't know why I'm making this a black line. Like what? In my mind, I'm just hoping that it really is a line and it's going to turn around. But my trades are kind of far up there. They've got 1 minute left, and I've already doubled it up, okay? I've already doubled it up, and I'm going to double it up again and again. So I doubled up both of them, actually, is what I did. I could have just how I did that was I doubled up both of them. So this is a really bad thing to do. Like, this is way breaking the rules. This is way over breaking the rules. In other words, I'm on a $28 trade, which is a compound. This started by winning a $15 trade. Then I took a $28 trade, and there's 20 seconds left. And I'm like, okay, maybe if this would have just held up for 15 more seconds, it would have redeemed. It would have done what I wanted it to do. I could have won, at least tied both of those trades. And it's really close, really, really close. But I think this loses. They just shove down and lose. That is a terrible loss. That is 4 losses. So I found this huge candle right here, and I'm in on a $100 trade. This is a huge makeup from that top 4 $28 losses. You have four $28 losses. My puppy just came in. He's going to join the podcast. Bear is a puppy. He's having a good day. This is a $100 trade. I don't see, as I'm looking back at this, a lot of really great levels. I see that it was just a really big down candle. Also, as I'm looking at this, it looks like it's at 89%. So that snuck by me. I did wait for that to go. In the podcast, this happened right away. Like as soon as I lost those 4, you saw me enter these. But what happened was this chart continued to go down, and I found some levels. There they are. That's the levels that I found. You can see those levels, and that's what I'm looking at. That little sort of stop gap is right there. And I took, I think, a 3-minute trade. It was a $100 trade. And it looks like it's going to get kind of hairy. This is Hairy Town right here, okay? just watch this play out and see what not to do. I don't think that was a strong enough level. I don't think it was like a big level. I think it was kind of a small level that I kind of made big in my head because I took $100 trade. And now we're at $9.95. So we're down, about $150. And that trade is now making me nervous because it just was a slight pullback on a minor level that I found, and now it's pushing through. It wasn't like this chart is trending down. It wasn't, and this could go either way. In binary options, it could go either way. This could totally turn around and just start flying up right now. It could go back up to that black line. Or in this instance, like today, this chart is moving slow. It's got a lot of sideways movement and downward movement. Sideways, downward, sideways, downward. When I'm looking at it now, it's kind of easier to see that. But when you're thinking about it, and there I hit a double up, like that's crazy. I just doubled up $100 trade, and my starting trades today were only $15. Now we're at $8.95. If these two lose, the account is down. $8.95, we are down $244. So this is where it gets kind of tricky. 5 seconds, I fast forward. This just went around. Look at that, 2 $100 losses right there. Now, the next trade I'm going to enter is going to be $200, and it's on this same chart. I'm pushing this to the upside, and I really want this to turn around. It did look like it was going to turn around. Historically, it's been doing this and then still going down. So this is still a very, very risky trade. Now, I'm going to turn this session around. Remember, this session ends in profit. We're at $6.95. So $11.39. We are down $444 right now. We're down $444. Getting to the place where recovery would be very hard if this loses. So, guys, in the 100-day challenge, do not do this. Do not do this. This is not the way it's supposed to go. There are percentages, there are rules. All of those are off the table on day 6. All of those are off the table, and I'm making dangerous trades. Now, this does turn out okay for me, but this is sort of one of those days where I go, all right, emotional control is the most important. And when I lose emotional control is when I get off of my rule set. My rule set to begin was supposed to be $15 trades. Somehow I started compounding, doubling up, and making it okay. I ended up making a $100 trade, doubling up that $100 trade, then making a $200 martingale trade. Basically, it's a martingale. It's a trade to martingale. Now, I'm deep into this, and that's going to be what looks like a big win. Finally, this chart that has persistently been going down is finally turning around. It's going to give us some relief. Now, I start getting nervous right here because it's going down now. It's starting to move down. It's only got 10 seconds, and it looks like it might do a little jump back and go down to the bottom. And let's watch this win. This is a huge win. This is exactly what we needed. Now we're back at 10.75. All of that work, and we're still down $60. All of that risk, still down $60. So I'm taking a $15 trade here. Pretty simple. I think I've just kind of thought, okay, I'm not too far down. I'm going to go back to my original trade, $15. This is probably the craziest session of the whole challenge so far. And in the next few minutes here, the next about 5 trades, you're going to see some massive wins. When I start trading big, now I'm going to double that up thinking, okay, it's going to go up. But really, this could go down. So doubling this up is dangerous. I mean, I'm just looking for a 15-second pullback, But again, there we go. 2 losses. That's going to be a loss because it was just a little pullback, and now it's going down. It's pushing beyond its level. See, in my mind, I stop thinking about levels, and I start just focusing on these little pressure points. But pressure points are not always the way to go. It's not always safe. This is a pattern trade here on a $28 trade. So now I'm doing makeups. So I lost 2 $15 trades. I'm doing a $28 trade. This is off the plan. This is not how I would win normally. This This is just sort of me messing around, doing different things that really aren't profitable, or they can be profitable, but they're dangerous. So this is in the 100-day challenge, what I'm trying to avoid. Hey, if you're watching me trade right now and you're just wondering, how am I doing this? What exactly am I doing? All the way from my trading strategies to my math strategies, I have good news for you. I have books. They are on Amazon and on my website at musiccitytrader.com. All you have to do is check out the new trading strategy for winning positions book. And you can also check out the Full-Time Trader, a 365-day binary options journey to $1,000 per day. Plus, when you join the Music City Trader tribe, you'll get access to all of my trading sheets, and you can even get those right at musiccitytrader.com. So everything's explained throughout my books and throughout the trading sheets, and it will really help you a lot. So hey, take a minute, go to musiccitytrader.com. Let's keep trading. All right, look at that. It's just $28, and they're both going to lose. This is bad. This is me pushing up. Now, I hit the low end on the 55. I'm like, okay, it's going to go back up. So those 28s lost, and this is where it gets pretty exciting for the next few trades. I'm in a long up channel, and this long up channel is where I'm going to win a lot of money right now. I'm at only $934. I'm down several $100. And this is what's going to happen. I'm going to win some trades right now to put me into a profit. I'm going to end with about a $150 profit. Watch how I do it. This is the $55 trade. I really do believe in that rising channel. I'm at the bottom of that rising channel right now, and I've got a long minute and a half. I think it's going to go higher. It's going to bounce off that bottom, and it's go. $105 has been put in the trade thing for 4 minutes. I'm thinking to myself, this is going up. It's finally going to go up. I'm just looking at this, wondering what's going up. If it is going up, I've already set $105 in there, but I'm looking, and now I'm thinking, oh, is that going to go down? It's just it's the bottom of the channel is there, but look, it pushes down. So now in my mind, I'm thinking, maybe this is going to lose. Maybe it's going to lose, but I really do believe it's going to rise. I think it's just a simple thing, so I double that trade. I think it's going to it's 40 seconds left. I think it's going to go ahead and turn, and it's going to start heading up. Now, when it does that, in my mind is kind of a confirmation of the direction that I think it's going, that it is going to follow the bottom channel. So luckily, those two look like they're in the money so far. If this candle can bust off, look at that 30-second white line. It hit down there and bounced straight off the white line with a lot of force. I'm going to check the 10-second, look at it, and think, okay, this 10-second looks a little suspect to me. It's like it did go below the white line, but I think it's going to win. So these two win, and what is my next move going to be? I think I'm going to say it's going to go up from here. It's got 3 minutes. I waited for it. It got pretty high. And I don't know. See, that is sort of a high position for a $100 trade. But if you look at it like that, you think it's rising out of the bottom, and it hasn't hit the white line yet. So I think it is going to the white line. That's what I think. So it's losing right now. We'll see what happens, because I'm going to tell you guys, I double this $105 trade up in a minute. Now I'm at $985. So this is how I get a pretty good amount of profit. What I think is going to happen is it's going to go up there. It's going to rise up there, and then it's going to turn around and it's going to come back down. So there's my pink lines. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm thinking to myself, for sure it's going to go up, and then it's out of that channel. I still think it's going to go up, and that's what my mind says. I still think this little pullback is just a little pullback. I'm drawing my lines. I'm looking at my different time frames, trying to get a feel for the velocity, the movement, the volatility, and really the overall surety of it going up. You see where my line is, my $105 trade is up there. It's kind of a support resistance line. It's bounced off it a couple times, but I still have a minute and 32. I think I'm going to lose that trade. So at this point, I'm going to double this up. I got my finger over it. You can see my finger's over it, and I'm thinking, okay, it's going down. I'm waiting for it to give me some kind of push down, and there it's hitting the white line and bouncing off. Uh-oh, it's starting to go up. Now I'm waiting. I'm being patient now because it hasn't gone yet. So it's going to retest if it retests that white line, I think but my finger is on the double up. I want to save that trade. I'm looking for a save. I'm looking at the velocity. I'm looking at the time. It looks like it's at the bottom, and now it's bounced off the bottom twice with my hand over the double up. So I don't know what I'm waiting for. I wish I had taken the double up when it hit the white line. Now I'm thinking to myself, maybe I don't take the double up. Oh, but it's bouncing down. I think I'm going to lose that top trade. That's what my mind is thinking, and I got to save it. So I'm waiting for the double up I hit there. It could go either way at this point. This point could go either way. But I'm going to tell you, this does go in my favor. It finally bounces hard off the white line and starts going up and breaks over that. I'm starting to get kind of excited. I'm thinking this is good. This will be some good profit. And it goes all the way up. It's going up to the next level. It's got 10 seconds. That is a really good decision. I was being patient. I was waiting. And it's almost there. I'm thinking, oh, come on, give me that. And there it is. $12.84. Now that's $145 profit. We were at $11.39. Now we're at $12.84. That's what I'm feeling really good about this session. But please remember, this is not the way I usually trade. This session was basically like a mini disaster. I could have lost $500 or $600. I was down $450. Almost 40% of my account was in the wind at that moment. Had I not gotten pretty lucky at the end, that's where it would have ended, and I would have felt like a failure. So guys, don't do that. And coming in the next few days, I'm learning to control my emotions even more, and it's getting a lot better. So that is why I'm here doing this live on YouTube, to keep some accountability in my trading. Hey, no matter where you are right now in your journey, you can become a profitable binary options trader. All it takes is a simple trading strategy to win trades and the ability to stick with your plan. But it's easier said than done, especially if you're trying to do this alone. But now you don't have to do this alone. Right now, you can go to MusicCityTrader.com and join me in a tribe of dedicated traders. We're on a journey together, and there's room for you today. You'll get all access to the exclusive Trading Tribe app, where you can post your progress, share your wins and losses, learn what's working from other traders, and you'll get exclusive trading sheets, strategy guides, trading journal downloads, and more. You can even participate in my special live trading sessions and even copy my trades right inside Pocket Option using the social trade feature. Go to MusicCityTrader.com and join the Trader Tribe today. Success is within reach, and you're not alone. Click and join today at MusicCityTrader.com.